to elevate.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Two Brothers channel. I'm one brother.
And I'm the second brother. And we also have
Rika.
Hey!
Wow. Today is going to be a hot topic, because this is one topic that is evolving as we're talking about it and we're looking at it and we're hearing about it. To be honest, I've not heard too much about it, but it is something that, we want to talk about. And so we're going to call this video Evolution or Revolution. Evolution or Revolution, okay? And so what's happening in Africa right now, Nigeria, to be precise, is there's a lot of protests going on, okay? And it is encouraging on some aspects. And I have my concerns, okay? What are your thoughts, Mr. Clay?
Wow, I'm very excited.
Okay.
By what's happening in my home country, Nigeria. It's something that was the least. It came from left field. I was not expecting it. We were agitating for something else, and it just sprang out. And I love the beauty of it because it's one that's it's so organic, and it's so youthful. In its energy. And by youthful energy, I mean that the grown-ups have to react to the youth and respond to them. Not in the usual way, because their old tactics just isn't going to work this time. Back to you, Mr. Phil.
Well, just like you said, it's something new, and without going to long-winded rant about it, these are things that have happened before, and these are things that I'm not going to say that what is going on now is not valid, but what I would say is that what is new is the element of social media. Okay, and my hope is that when first and foremost that people's expectation should be managed, in the sense that I've studied not in not in higher learning and education, but I've studied revolutions in the past, and I alluded to one instance in the past where I was talking to someone about it. We've had the Russian Revolution, we've had the French Revolution, there's been many revolutions in Southern America. There's been we've seen it before. However, for a new generation, it will look like it's something new. Okay, I even saw a clip of a man this morning talking about one protest that I actually was a young boy in Nigeria when it happened, and that was the Ali must go, Obasanjo must die protest. Some of you might never heard of that. That happened in the 70s, I believe. And imagine they were saying Ali must go, Obasanjo must die. That same Obasanjo became the president later on. That same Obasanjo that they said must die in the 70s became the president later on. So sometimes, a lot of the youth nowadays may not have experienced what has happened in the past. And that's where probably the cynicism of the old people, they were like, all right, because we've had people like Chavez, we've got people like the guy in Cuba that they sanctioned for so many years. We've had revolutionaries around the world. All right, I've said all that to say this. When all is said and done, the thing about revolution is this idea of the power and good stuff trickling down from the top downwards. Unfortunately, human nature, that doesn't hardly happen. So what I find with human nature.
Sorry, please, Mr. Phil, let me just what you described there as the power.
Yes.
Trickling down. So there's a regime. There's a regime in place that is ruling currently, and then that regime is toppled by
Thank
the
you.
revolutionists.
Thank you.
And then they would then say, okay, once we take power, we will fix things and life will be better for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Please. And that's what everyone now explained that now. But then when those people now get there and see the real stuff that they have to deal with, then I realize what the old people
it was not talking about, it was not telling them. The elephants in the room.
The elephants in the room. So what I would tell the youth is that as you're going, start equipping yourself quickly with information. So that when you get there and you see the elephants, you'll be like, okay, we knew you were there and we're ready for you. You know, because there's some serious elephants. Okay, should we go into some of the elephants?
Well, you know, most people, I mean, let's bring Rike in, because Rike,
yes,
this is your generation.
This topic, man.
You know, this is your generation.
Let's say yours, Rike.
And you didn't grow up in Nigeria.
Yeah.
But somehow, Rike, over to you. Don't let me put words in your mouth.
So, in terms of the NSAS movement, I am actually very, very impressed. I'm obviously upset that it's such a brutal and terrible thing that's happening to my fellow people, but I'm really impressed by the way that they've come out and like the coverage. Everybody is literally getting coverage through social media or, you know, word of mouth. Under every comment I see on Twitter, I see NSAS, and I'm just like, yeah, these people are really pulling out. It's interesting to me also because I've never actually experienced any type of protest other than the one that recently happened because of George Floyd. That one was really interesting for me because I'd never seen so many people band together over a thing that is actually causing destruction to our society. So I'm very impressed by them, but I wish we could accomplish more without just protesting. Like, why do we have to scream and shout on the streets for people to actually listen and see that there's a problem? That's my issue.
Wow.
And that's probably a good segue. Mr. Clay, did you want to say something? Sorry.
No, because yeah, because you mean to what you just said there?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that the reason why people need to shout and rave and protest, but this protest, I must add, before I go any further, I will hand over to you, Mr. Phil, because I know you're ready to take us to you know, this protest is a different kind of protest. Yeah, I won't say it's a new kind. I would say it's a different kind of protest. The first protest that I know where people are not looting shops, where people are not vandalizing, rioting, because riot tends to just come so disorganized and it comes like a tornado and ransacks the whole community. But these people are feeding themselves, they're bringing water for themselves, they're actually even cleaning up after themselves. That's never happened before in any protest I've seen or been part of. So, they're responsible youths. They're not just, they're out there to destroy. So it gives me hope because I could never have imagined a protest would be like that. So back to you, Mr. Phil.
And that is, to be honest, that is impressive. And that is impressive. And one can only hope that it continues on that trajectory. And what you've experienced there is this. Those are the seeds of evolution. And one thing I want to point out here is that, revolution doesn't really fix things. Evolution is what does. And evolution, basically, what do I mean by evolution? Evolution is evolving your mindset, evolving your personal situation. One of the things that I've learned you know, and do I want to take this to a very high level? Okay,
go there. Take us, sir. Take us there.
Take you to a very high level.
Yes.
Yeah? Everything affects everything else. It's taken me so many years and so many years of working on myself to actually see that truly everything affects everything else. So that means that I have to care about the guy down the road. I have to care about the guy. I have to care about everybody, not just me, myself, and I. Now, when I break that down, another direction I can go is this, and this is something I was talking to Mr. Kele earlier on about, that right now we know about Africans swimming the Mediterranean to come to Europe because they want to escape the hardship in Africa. And I said, if there's a way we can switch like that, everybody in Europe go to Africa. Everybody in Africa come to Europe, where there's light and everything. In 10 years, in about 10 years, thereabouts, people will be swimming from Europe back to Africa. Because the people in Europe that were in Africa before that came to Europe will make Europe unbearable. And the people that are here will make Africa a paradise again. So you find out that it's not the territory that you are that makes the difference. It is the quality of human beings. And I hope, Mr. Kele said that they're cleaning up after themselves. They're showing us that there's a capability and the propensity to actually start evolving so that the new crop of Nigerian can emerge. The Nigerian that I'm just a Nigerian would not do. This new crop of Nigerian has to be a Nigerian that is developing his mindset, is developing his value system, is developing who he is as a person. Look, Nigerians, right now, if you give Nigeria an opportunity, the first thing they're thinking is, how can I shortcut this opportunity? Another illustration I used is this. Even you that you are listening to me right now, if you put a table, you spent your money, put a table in a place in Nigeria, and you say, it's free food, I've cooked it, nobody needs to pay nothing, free food, the best of the food. And you say, okay, so food is ready, go and take your food. I can guarantee you, if they start orderly, in 3 minutes, there will be a fight over that thing. Before you know it, the food will be on the floor. Before you know it, tables broken, everything, and you'll be like, but it is free. It is free. You didn't have to destroy things. This is Nigeria. I've got mine. This is Nigeria. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Now, that same setting, bring it here. And you see people orderly queuing. That table will not be broken, and they will take what they can and they'll move. So again, sorry, I have to show ourselves to ourselves, because I've been in situations where I've offered people opportunities in Nigeria, and I've seen how they have basically tried their best to bastardize it, to the point that you get to the point that you think, why did I even try to bother? So what is the fundamental thing there? You guys know what I'm talking about here. What is the fundamental thing? It is personal evolution. What is the fundamental thing? It is personal development. So what I'm saying and I'm hoping here is that with all the protests, that will change the base level of things. But the things that will sustain change, real change, is personal responsibility that each one of you are going to take to develop yourself, to develop your mindset, to develop who you are, to develop your value system. Because your value system will now start changing from right now as it is now. In Nigeria, people love things and they use people. Let me repeat this. People love things. They love the cars. They love the house. They love the trinkets. They love the clothes. Then they use people. But evolution will get you to a point where you start loving people and using things. It's a complete 180 mindset reversal where you start valuing people over things. But in a world where you value things over people, and this, you see, you get information from anywhere. And I got this information from watching a Chinese film one day. And the Shaolin monk, he got a piece of gold. And he asked the student, is this valuable? Now, this is gold in his hand. He said, is this gold valuable? And the student said, oh, of course, yes. And he says, it depends to who. He said, to a seed, this gold is useless. To a man dying on the desert, this gold is useless. To a seed, if you give the seed gold, the seed will look at you and like, what do you want me to do with this gold? Give me soil. I even got it wrong. Sorry. What it was that he said, which one is more valuable, the soil or the gold? That was sorry, I got it wrong. Yes, I remember now probably. He said, what is more valuable, soil, just soil, or gold? And the student said, of course it's gold. And the Shaolin master said, no, because it depends who is it valuable to. To a seed, the soil, the seed will like, I can't use the gold. What do I need this gold for? But give me soil. My roots can grow in soil. I can bring forth life. You know? However, I think I'm echoing somehow.
Yeah, but it's not all the time.
Okay.
Even me.
Let's hope it doesn't. But anyway, so you get what I'm saying, that to a man dying on in the desert, water is far more valuable to a man dying in the desert than gold, isn't it?
Yeah.
So again, I don't really like this echoing, but I just have to go with it. You know, we may have to end there. Then we have to have a part 2. I don't like this echoing. But you get my drift.
Yeah.
Personal evolution. We'll definitely do a part 2. Personal evolution, and because it's like gold is not always the most valuable thing. Sometimes water is far more valuable than gold. Sometimes soil is valuable than gold. Okay, and that is where we bring in the value system. What do you value? Do you value things over people? If you value things over people, then your value system needs to be informed. Okay, Mr. Clay.
No, it is powerful what you just said there, because I seem to be echoing myself. So, but what I've been seeing on social media is the fact that maybe because these youths of Nigeria have gone through many years of seeing the value system, the wrong kind of value system, and the results that it's been yielding, and now they're sick and tired of it. So, and they're asking for a change. And that is beautiful to see, to watch and to see. But I pray that long may it continue. So back to you, Rike.
I agree. Long may it continue. Well, obviously the protesting is gonna get some actions and some things done within the community. So I hope that they continue to obviously push forward and things sorted.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have to wrap it up here, only because sorry for the technical issues. Okay, sorry for the echoing. All right, and we don't want to keep echoing in your ear. So let's round it up here. Hopefully, next time we will not have technical issues. On that note, this is Mr. Phil signing off. I hope we make sense. Speak to you later, guys.
Bye.
Take care,
See you next time. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.